Elon Musk walked onto the Davos stage and calmly said that AI will become smarter than humans as early as next year. Not in a lab, not in theory, not someday in the distant future, very soon. This wasn't a tweet. It wasn't a podcast clip. It was said in front of the people who regulate markets, economies, and the rules everyone else has to live by. At Jelvix, we understand exactly what he means. This isn't philosophy. It's a roadmap powered by compute, data, and an absurd amount of capital. Davos isn't a conference. It's a backstage room for the world. Ideas don't launch here. They get approved. And Elon Musk, who spent years mocking Davos as a club for fake elites, is suddenly standing on its main stage talking about AI. That tells you everything. He's not here to inspire. He's here to unlock scale. When Musk says AI will be smarter than humans, he's not talking about consciousness. AI doesn't think. AI optimizes. Modern AI is built on three things: neural networks, massive datasets, and brutal amounts of compute. These systems don't understand the world. They statistically predict the next best action billions of times per second. In narrow domains, AI is already better than humans at driving, logistics, pattern detection, and forecasting. The real shift happens when those capabilities get fused into one system that can see, decide, and act continuously. The dangerous part isn't intelligence. It's optimization without context. AI doesn't know what a bad idea is. It only knows what's efficient. And if that already makes you uncomfortable, relax, because the next step is giving that intelligence hands, legs, and access to the physical world. That's where robots come in. Musk says there will be more robots than humans. Technically, that's not science fiction. A robot is just electric motors, sensors, cameras, and an AI model making real-time decisions. Today, it's expensive. Tomorrow, it's a supply chain problem. A robot doesn't sleep, doesn't get sick, doesn't take vacations, and doesn't negotiate salaries. Once physical labor becomes scalable software, humans stop being the most efficient unit of work. And when labor stops being scarce, wages stop being the center of the economy. Ownership is. Not who works, but who owns the machines that do. This is where Optimus enters the picture. Optimus isn't really a robot. It's a mobile platform. It sees the world through cameras, understands it through computer vision, and acts through neural networks trained on human demonstrations. You don't program Optimus line by line. You show it what to do. A human performs a task, the robot copies it, fails, corrects itself, and then that skill scales instantly across every other unit. In software terms, it's continuous learning deployed to hardware. The problem is that the real world isn't a sandbox. Objects break, people get hurt, mistakes cost money, and this is where reality hits hard. Because the real challenges don't start in the lab. They start when the system leaves the demo and enters production. In production, there is no almost works. It either works or you halt the entire rollout. The same logic applies to autonomous driving. Full self-driving isn't actually self-driving. It's a system that constantly makes predictions based on visual input, runs them through neural networks, and outputs control decisions dozens of times per second. Cameras see, models predict, software acts, and for now, a human supervises. That word, supervised, is doing a lot of work. The technology isn't the real bottleneck anymore. Accountability is. Because AI systems don't explain their reasoning, they produce outcomes. And once those outcomes interact with the real world at scale, the question stops being, does it work, and becomes, what happens when it doesn't? That's why Musk went to Davos. Not to sell robots, not to hype AI. He went to normalize a future where algorithms make decisions, machines execute them, and humans adapt around the edges. Davos isn't a stage, it's a filter. And Musk showed up as an engineer asking for permission to ship the future. So here's the real question to leave you with. If AI becomes smarter than humans, and robots become the primary workforce, who is actually in control of the future? Humanity as a whole? Or the small group that owns the models, the machines, and the infrastructure running them?